So good morning everyone, we're just finishing off a solo wild camp now out in the woods, and I thought what I'd do is I'd make a specific video on the, if you've probably seen him, the Outdoor Boys, and how he makes the bread. So to that end, what I've got is I've got a nice big bag of flour, I've got a bit of yeast, a bit of sugar, a bit of salt, using the same ingredients as he uses while he's out wild camping. So to that end, let's get it all done, let's get it on the fire, let's grind some nice bread for the morning breakfast. So like I said before, got a bag of flour, got a bit of yeast, a bit of salt and a bit of sugar, and all I'm going to do is slowly add water into it to make a dough. Now if you haven't seen his videos, he'll tell you it's a lot easier to mix it in this bag because it's less effective when it's out and it's all over your hands. So all we're doing is we're just scrunching it up, similar to what you would be kneading at home. And then once you've finished kneading, you're just going to leave it aside for a couple of hours. In this case I'm not. I'm just going to leave it for about 40 minutes or so while the pan warms up. So I could have done this last night and just left it, but I didn't. So now all I've got is a lid from the Dutch oven. Just going to chuck that straight on. Just try and get it a bit level. Use one of these rocks. And then we're just going to roll it up. Right, so I'm just going to get the dough out. And I'm just going to knead it a little bit more before putting it on the fire. There's a few ways you could do it. You could, like I say, you could leave it for a while or overnight, and then when it comes to getting it out and kneading it, you can just chuck it straight on a bed of coals. But today, luckily enough, I've got the Dutch oven with me, so all I'm going to do is, well, as you've seen, I flip the lid over and then just put a load of oil on so that it doesn't just stick straight away. I'm going to knead it out on my trousers because who cares? We're right in the woods, no one really cares. I probably should have added a little bit more water, I reckon, but I think if I'd have added too much it would have been too sticky when I got it out. Right, let's get it on. Now let's get her off at fire. Oh man. Oh, come on. Let's get tucked into it and give it a try. Now you're meant to melt this, and I'll flip it over and show you in a second. Man. Yes. I can see why he makes them all the time. I have to be careful because what you're meant to do is when you make them, just get a little bit of like a glass jar, put a little bit of honey, a bit of butter, and then I put a bit of cinnamon in as well to mix it up. But I couldn't find a glass jar at home, so I went with a plastic one, and I was monitoring the plastic. I mean, plastic next to a fire, it's a disaster waiting to happen anyways, but I was constantly checking it. I was making sure that it weren't melting, blah blah blah. I was keeping it quite far away from the fire so that it just naturally melt with a little bit of heat. Anyways, cut a long story short, I left to just go and put some stuff in my bag, and completely melted the side. So it is a bit sketchy, but if I don't release any more videos, because I haven't woke up after consuming a lot of plastic, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just making sure that I don't touch anything that I think might be melted plastic, but who cares? Sod it. I tell you what, something so easy and effective. Why have I not been doing this? So if you can just take one thing away from this video, it'll be to get out and do it yourself. Because for a long time I've watched the Outdoor Boys, and I've always looked at his bread and gone, nah, it looks alright, but it's just bread, innit? No, it's not. On a cold morning like this, and a nice warm bit of bread, I tell you what, it's banging. Yeah, so I hope I've inspired you to go out and do it yourself and make it, because if you've got kids, it's a brilliant little thing to do while out on a day hike. You know, it's a little project that you and your kids can do. It's a project that you can do yourself, but the end results are it's banging. So yeah, make sure you add a bit of cinnamon in as well, because that really hits well. But I hope you enjoyed this very short video on bread making. Now, what you're meant to do is, once you've mixed the dough up, just leave it aside for a couple of hours. But this morning I haven't really had the time to do that. I could have done it last night, but I didn't. So yeah, all in all, this bread absolutely smacks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like videos like this, very short cooking videos, then do let me know in the comments, and I'll more than likely start doing some midweek cooking videos and releasing them. But all in all, I'm sticky, I'm warm, I'm well fed. What more do you want in the morning? For now, see you very soon. Peace.